is here. What is up, bros and hoes? It's Ashley Optic Midnight, and today we're doing a live edition of Power Down. Thanks for coming out. I know it's kind of weird because I had to start the stream with no audio. Otherwise, you could hear us talking. And you don't want to hear what we were just talking about.
Yeah, no. That was intentionally muted. We were intentionally muted.
We were intentionally muted. I know it was a little awkward because I always start off with music, but we're doing the third live edition. We did one like last year, one when Amanda came to Dallas. We did one from my apartment. That was sick.
So fun.
That was so fun. We need to do that. You want to do that at Anaheim?
I'd be down.
Booked it. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, you better
no
get on
bitching
the damn
out.
plane.
Oh, I'm getting on, bro. I'm
plane.
doing it. I want to see the palm trees. I haven't been to California in forever.
Palm trees are like my favorite thing.
Really?
They're pretty much, I don't know.
They used to be my favorite thing too, but then I kind of got over them. I don't know what happened to me. What's wrong with me?
The only time there were like some random palm trees in New Orleans, and those ones, it's just not the same. I feel like there's got to be the whole weather vibe going on at the same time. Otherwise, it's not the same.
Yeah. So we are live. We're going into this thing blind. We have literally no topics. I'm going to still try to make this, a good listen for people who are not in the chat right now, obviously. We're going to try to just talk about some things. We're not going to be super chat focused. I have no Twitch alerts going on, so if you do like subscribe or whatever, donate, whatever, I will cover that all at the end. But it's echoing. Oh God, please no. It shouldn't be.
Please no.
Oh, no,
yeah, David said we're good. Yeah,
it's good? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
It's good. Shit.
Okay.
I was like, oh, man, we got to restart the whole thing. See you later. But, yeah, we're going to just take some topics from the chat as we go and just kind of chill, talk. Me and Amanda are both really good at talking.
We are really good at talking.
What do you think is... Yo, I was just saying this on my stream yesterday. I was like, damn, like sometimes me and Amanda have like a podcast after the podcast where we talk about some real shit, bro.
Like real shit. That,
like real stuff.
Yeah.
Hashtag too real.
Too real.
Maybe one day I'm going to just... Nah, you can't record people without their consent. That's fine.
Yeah, you can't talk about half that stuff.
No, we can't.
No, we can't. Yeah.
No, can't do it.
No, you can't do it.
I'm being such a lame like tease right now. But yeah, I think when we did a live version like from Dallas, like we ended the recording for that podcast and then we talked for like 30 minutes after with the chat. We had like a powered down after party.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Pretty cool. Like I said, we didn't really have any topics today, but you did bring up something before we started recording, the wage gap.
Yes.
Very exhilarating topic, I know. But I think it's kind of like relevant and cool to talk about because it's some of our favorite actors right now.
Yeah.
So the beanie is back. Dude, yeah, I brought the beanie back starting yesterday. You know?
The beanie. Yeah.
Brought the beanie back.
Also, before we get into that, Jen said that the jerseys do not have the logos on them or the brand, like any sponsors.
Did you get the League of Legends jersey or the regular one?
The regular.
Yo, what the heck? I don't even have a newest jersey yet.
You should work. Well, you know what? I feel a little bit teased because I ordered it and then like right when mine shipped, they're like, you can now get your name on the back of them. And I was like,
wait, you couldn't before?
No, I was
Why would you get it?
It was like,
girl, no, I'm not getting one unless I got, would you? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but I want my name on that shit.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll spray paint Jedi on the back.
There you go. Add your own Jedi.
My flair. All right. So the wage gap topic we were talking about. So it recently came up. Benedict Cumberbatch back. The guy plays Dr.
Cumberbatch. What a fun name.
Doctor Strange, Sherlock television show actor, Smog. Good guy. He said that he will not take. You literally saw Infinity War.
No, I know, but I haven't seen Doctor Strange. I haven't seen he has his own movie, right? I haven't seen that movie. Haven't seen that show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Haven't seen. Anyway,
he's in the Hobbit movie.
He's very great in the latest Avengers.
Yeah, he is. He's a great actor. Honestly, he's really good at. In my opinion, I really enjoy him as Doctor Strange. But he said that he will not be taking any roles in movies unless his female actresses are paid an equivalent wage. So this is kind of like a rocky situation. Yes, he's also in The Imitation Game, which is really good. I don't know if you saw that.
Doesn't sound familiar.
It's the one about Alan Turing.
Nope.
Either way, you should watch it. It's really good. But there's kind of like different levels of this. So he says he won't take any roles where they're not being paid an equivalent wage. And then recent drama came up because obviously his co-star.
I was going to say, does this
Infinity
mean
War.
like the supporting, like let's say he's in a movie and he has a girlfriend and then there's a lady that plays his girlfriend's mom. Is he saying he wants all three of them to make the same amount of money? Because that just sounds dumb to me.
No, I think he means like equivalent. I think it's equivalent levels, hopefully. Because like the big debate coming out is that Chris Pratt, who starred alongside him in Infinity War.
Right. I bet they're not even making the same amount of money though.
Probably not, but because Chris Pratt's technically worth more. But I guess it's in the Jurassic World, Bryce Dallas Howard is making $2 million less than Chris Pratt. So everybody's freaking out because technically they're both stars of the movie. But how much does it come down to the fact that Chris Pratt was in the Lego movie, he was in Jurassic World, and he was in Guardians of the Galaxy all in the same year. And then he's just been going on. He's done Guardian sequels. He's done Infinity War. He's a pretty hot topic.
He's
big
like
name
one of the highest paid actors right now, right?
Exactly. And it's like, I feel like it would be a more interesting debate to talk about how if Chris Pratt got paid more than somebody like Jennifer Lawrence when they did Passengers, because Jennifer Lawrence actually has an Academy Award. Huge. She's the highest paid actress. So if he got paid more than her for that, that could have been interesting. So it's like, that's what I mean. Chris Pratt has more drawing power, not that.
For sure.
So it's like, but even though Bryce Dallas Howard does have a lot under her belt, I'm not trying to discredit her accomplishments.
I'm not going to lie. I do not even know who that is. Like, that name said, I've never heard that name in my life.
Have you seen the movie 50-50 with...
yes, that's a great movie.
She's the bitch girlfriend.
I can't even think of who that is because I only know Seth Rogen and what's his name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. She's the one who cheats on Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And then he gets to meet
But
Anna
why
Kendrick.
should she get paid as much as like Seth Rogen or Joseph Gordon-Levitt in that movie?
No, that's where the big debate is. Like, I understand.
I don't agree at all with it. And I'm a girl. Maybe I'm being a like terrible feminist or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not really a feminist, but you know what I'm saying? Like I definitely like stand up for women and powerful women, I think they need to be more represented for sure. Like across the board. But like I don't think it really makes a lot of sense to just say, oh, yeah, well, we're in the same movie. We have relatively equivalent roles. So, yeah, we should get paid the same. And I'm not signing on unless we do. Like, that's a real sweet thing to say. But at the same time, you have to acknowledge, like you're saying, like Chris Pratt, Jennifer Lawrence, they were in that Passengers movie. Like,
yeah. And they're equal draw
What if
powers,
they were
I'd
saying...
say.
Yeah, like what if they were like, well, we have to get paid the same, but what if they weren't equal draw powers? Like this Benedict Cumberbatch guy, I would argue that he is a bigger draw, at least to me, the average freaking movie person, because I don't even know who that girl is. Like, why should he, who has done, I guess, more well-known work than her, get paid less than what he's worth? Because, like, I don't know, it doesn't make perfect sense to me.
A lot of it comes down to your lawyers, too. Your lawyers negotiate your contract terms and your contract fees. So if you have a bad lawyer, there was something that came out about that. There was a movie where someone got paid like a massively gross mis-salaried level, and someone was like, why the hell are you as like a secondary actor getting paid so much more than this person who's a lead actress? And it came down to like, apparently it wasn't like negotiated well or something.
And
so
I
that's
think,
also something else.
I mean, we don't really know that much about like Hollywood. I'm sure there are cases where there is an actress who has a bigger role and maybe has more like a better body of work and gets paid less than maybe a male counterpart who just happens to fit the role. And like, I'm sure that does happen. I'm not saying that doesn't, but I just think it's kind of odd for him to come out and like be like, yeah, well, I won't take the role, ladies. So
He's never really struck me as the type to care about large movies anyways. He also said something recently about how he wasn't necessarily looking for big roles and was just going to focus on doing smaller movies. So like it just...
Boy, you in Avengers. What are you talking about?
That's what I mean. He says like the Avengers is good and he enjoys doing that, but he wants to do more like smaller side projects. And they always say that like not necessarily for something like Avengers, but they frequently say that sometimes actors take roles in movies that they're going to pay them a lot that they don't necessarily care about so that they can afford to take pay cuts for movies that aren't going to make them as much money because it's like a passion project.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Like Matthew McConaughey, like if you think about him, he was doing the rom-com, freaking cornball movies for a long time. And now like his entire body of work changed. He did like True Detective, Dallas Buyers Club, whatever that other one was. It was sick.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think something else you got to remember, because Benedict Cumberbatch comes from the television world, that's a bigger issue. I know that the Castle, so was Nathan Fillion and that chick? Maybe it's not him.
Is that
Either
that
way,
show, The
yeah,
Castle?
I've never watched Castle, but I knew
neither.
one of the major issues as to why it ended was because he was getting paid so much more than her for like no apparent reason. And I want to say something similar
like,
happened in the X-Files. And I want to say something similar happened in the X-Files. And then she had to fight to get paid more.
Damn, she was like, yo,
yeah,
I'm not dealing with these aliens unless you pay me the same.
Well, it's like, yeah, actually, and I think it was when the reboot was happening, and even oh my god, David, I always forget his name, but either way, the guy was like, yeah, she needs to get paid more. Like, it's ridiculous. You guys are offering me more than her. What else did that happen? And something, oh yeah, because we were talking about, wage gap is a difficult subject because I brought up Friends, and Friends, I know towards the end of the seasons, obviously Jennifer Aniston, huge name, like everybody.
That was
loved
my
Jennifer
first
Aniston.
ever girl crush, bro.
There you go.
I was like 6. Okay, sorry.
There you go. That's what I mean. She was getting paid more, and I think 2 other of the actors were getting paid way more than the other ones, and the ones who were getting paid the most agreed to take wage cuts so that all 6 of them could be making the same salary. But then by the end of it, they were getting paid like $1 million episode anyways. So
dude,
they were making that
like,
much money.
crushing.
26 episodes per season. Like,
could you imagine like in your 20s just crushing that hard? You're like, what do I like? I'm set forever. Like, as long as I don't majorly screw it up.
Getting paid even more. Like, that's crazy.
Insane. That's insane, bro. I think, like, I don't know. I think there's definitely like a wage gap issue, but I don't think it's like, well, I need to lessen my own, paycheck for. I think it needs to be settled in other ways, and I do think every like situation is its own situation as well. Like, especially when it comes to like movies and TV shows, like they have agents for a reason.
Exactly.
There's maybe even like a whole separate politics to like making movies and all of the stuff that goes into that. So I don't know. I think it's kind of like a white knight publicity move for him to say that, or maybe he passionately really feels that.
He does. I honestly believe he passionately feels it, but the ongoing joke is that studio execs are seeing that and are not saying, oh, we need to pay women more. It's like, oh, we get to pay him less. Yeah. It's like, you want to get paid the same amount? We're just going to lower what we offer
that's exactly the point. It's not like...
Yeah.
Like, now that they know that, you're just undervaluing yourself and your co-partner.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
Hostess, woman, lady.
Yeah.
What's it called? Co-star. That's the word for that.
That's the word, co-star.
Nailed it.
I thought it was just depending on how rich Poppy you are. Yeah, some of it does have to do with popularity, but there are issues where women who either the guy and the girl are literally totally the same level of popularity. Like, you see it a lot in television shows. I feel like it's way more common in television shows than it would be movies, because you get television shows where you get a bunch of people that are kind of like similarly unknown, might not have
like
been in
every day, like grinding.
Yeah, and then you see like, okay, the guy's getting paid more money, but then a lot of that is just like girl's agent just has to ask more questions. It's like in the Harry Potter movies, Emma Watson's agents were like, she is getting touted by all of this publicity saying that she's a fantastic actress as a child. She needs to be paid more, whereas like Rupert Grint consistently got paid less than both of them, like up until the end. Like by the end, I think they all kind of got around the same amount, but I know that Emma Watson's agents were like, she will leave if you do not pay her more, and they paid her more.
Yeah.
So
gotta have a strong team. That's what I think. A little bit of a separate topic. What did you think about the Brooklyn Nine-Nine show getting canceled by NBC and then the internet or Fox?
Fox.
Is it not on NBC?
It's going... Okay, so basically Fox puts it out there and it's filmed on the NBC studios, which is why it was really easy for NBC.
I was going to say, they got like a bunch of SNL people. How is it not NBC?
It's not. It was Fox, and Fox dropped it, as Fox does. And my thing is, though, is that
NBC came in and big dicked them?
They did. Well, they were just like, no, we'll save it. We'll save it.
Sick. I thought, like, are you sure? How did I not read that anywhere in any of this?
No, 100%. It's Fox dropped it because Fox also dropped Lucifer, and everyone's all like, it's freaking Firefly all over again. Fox dropping shit, and then NBC saved it because like there was a bunch of different streaming services being like, we'll pick it up, we'll pick it up, we'll pick it up, and NBC is like, oh, you're already filming it here, so like might as well we can take it.
Why would NBC allow them to film a Fox show?
That's
their
normal.
premises.
It's pretty normal.
Is it?
Studios, yeah, it's pretty normal. You rent out studios and stuff, like it's just their studio area. Pretty normal.
Damn. I thought it was interesting. I mean, maybe it's just because I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I knew the show. I knew of the show because you watch football, you see an ad for it or whatever. That's how I know about it. But like, I never in my entire life ever saw anyone quote the show, talk about the show, in any way mention the show, and then all of a sudden it gets canceled, and then the internet's like, oh my god, like other popular shows right now, like Rick and Morty, I hear about all the time. People quote it all the time. They're like, like my friends, like Game of Thrones. The Office
constantly gets quoted, and it's done.
Right, like super done. So I'm just like, I mean, people maybe just really like being upset about something. Like maybe they do watch the show sometimes, and they heard about it being canceled. And they're like, oh man, like they kind of like want, like I don't know, they just took it for granted. Maybe they were like, oh, no,
I think that's the case because I watched it. I know my roommate always used to watch it. Like my roommate and his friend, and I love that friend. I'm also friends with her, but she's a very loud laugher, and they used to watch it when I was trying to sleep when I had to work really early in the morning. So I'd be downstairs, they'd be upstairs, and just be like,
and I'd be like, oh, Andy Sandberg, you're so funny.
I'm like, exactly.
Oh my god, he's like so funny.
That's exactly what she
God, I love him.
This thing I forgot. I literally, because I hadn't been around her for so long, in terms of like watching something, that when we went to see Avengers the second time, she came with us. And I forgot about it right until something funny happened, and she's just going around giggling.
Like, Iron Man said some shit, and she was like,
yeah, love it.
Oh,
but
shit.
I remember they were always watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine because I could just hear that boop, 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 boop. And then I ended up watching it all because it's on Netflix. But like, it was never something that I felt the need to go out of my way to be like, yo, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's the best show. Like, it does a lot of stuff really well, but like, it's not my favorite comedy. It's not my favorite television show. It's good. But then obviously when I found it was getting canceled, I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, it's ending on a cliffhanger.
I thought
they do a great job with representation. Like there's people of all different colors, people of all different sexual orientations. Like, it's
I don't know anything about the show except for the one same clip that kept getting tweeted, the Backstreet Boys thing, which was hilarious. And like, I'm a fan of Andy Samberg. Like, I would watch the show probably, but I just like, I was gonna ask you, like, I don't have cable, so this is probably part of it, but like any show that I ingest is like a premium show, like on HBO or like a Showtime or whatever else. I don't watch, well, with the exception of Broad City, there's no like comedy that I watch on and I don't even have cable, so I gotta like go out of my way to find it. Like Netflix shows I'll watch because they're there.
I do not watch any network shows right now, but I honestly find it's because they suck mostly. So I just avoid them. Like, they're just really bad.
Except for Broad City. Have you ever seen Broad City?
I haven't seen Broad City. I'll check out Broad City. You check out Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Deal. Shake on it. How do I watch without cable though?
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine's on Netflix?
It is in Canada.
I'll have to check. I think, I also thought too, when it got canceled, I was like, well, especially with all this outrage, I was like, shit, Netflix probably going to just pop their nut logo on this and pick them up.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't have been surprised if Netflix had picked it up, but NBC was like, yeah, we'll take it.
It's kind of crazy, like, how much cable's dying. You're seeing a lot of these, like, networks, like, take up an app. Like CBS has, like, its own app that you would pay whatever, $5 or whatever for, like, I don't think that's the wave, because then you have like, well, I got to pay for my HBO and my Netflix, and then
that's why Netflix is pushing a lot to independent content so that they don't have to worry about all these different, like, because like Disney's making their own, and that'll mean that like all the Marvel, Star Wars movie and everything Disney goes to them, and then maybe eventually if that deal actually goes through, all the Fox stuff will go there too. So that's like all, like, that's half of it. So they have to be like, yeah, we need to make our own content so that people actually want to stick around for what we're creating. So that's why they have things like Stranger Things. Like, people will pay for Stranger Things.
Oh, for
like
sure.
HBO and Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. I think like, I don't know. I like the premium model a lot better.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of like network TV. I think it's just, maybe it's because I know that it's made to like appeal to the masses, and that just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like,
maybe when I was younger, but.
Yeah, the last network show I would have watched consistently. Oh man, no, would have been The Office. Would have been The Office. When The Office ended, that was the last network show that I would have actually been paying attention to. because like, you know, I outgrew Big Bang Theory at some point quite a while ago. So I think it would have been The Office, would have been the last network show I was actually like, yeah, that thing.
That's my show. Yeah, I would have to
That's
agree
my
with The
shit,
Office and Broad City. Of course, I'm just a big fan.
I'll have to check it out. I've never seen it. So
those women's are my spirit animal.
Yeah.
Let's
do
if
it.
you guys want to spitball any topics at us, feel free. Otherwise, we'll just keep on flowing.
You mean the UK version of The Office, Nina? Because I have, and
I
honestly do not think it's as good.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like I get that that's like with the origin, but I was like, this is just not as like well done or executed in the same way that I enjoy.
Yeah, usually I do prefer the British versions of shows. Usually they are way better, and I'll be like, yeah, they totally do this right. America's dragging
what British version of a show is better than an American version?
A lot.
A lot of the dramas. I can't even think of like an example of like what's British that came here.
Being Human was really good. There's like other ones too, but like it's usually pretty average that the UK version of something ends up being better. It Crowd, In-Betweeners. Oh, what's the other one? It was the other one. Skins.
They did the US Skins?
Shameless. Yeah, they did a US Skins.
Oh, shit, I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe I just don't watch enough TV. Like, I'm so weird. I'll watch like the same. Like, I've rewatched Breaking Bad like twice. I'll rewatch The Office. I've rewatched Dexter, at least up till season 4, like 3 times. Like,
I used to watch a lot of TV, then I just kind of stopped. Like when I was in school, I watched a lot of TV. Now I've kind of like well, I don't watch TV on TV, but I mean, like I used to just be like, oh, look at this TV show that looks interesting. I'm gonna like borrow it from someone and watch it, and
very legally
watch it when I'm in class or something. Like, and now I just feel like I don't even keep up. Like there's certain shows I like. Oh, The Flash and stuff. I used to watch like The Flash and Supergirl, which are network shows, and then I just stopped because I just didn't feel like keeping up with it.
And Netflix started like big dick in the superhero shows too.
Yeah, they did. They're like, we'll take them.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I think
go.
I don't know. I think I just absorb like different media. Like I'd rather watch a YouTube video or a Twitch stream and put that on while I do something.
I go through cycles right now. I've just really been into movies, so I'm just re-watching movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supergirl went to shit. Boo. That's what I heard. I heard The Flash and Supergirl both kind of like.
I can't watch superhero shows, man. I watched the entire first season of Arrow, and I was like waiting for it to get good, waiting. Still not good. Started season 2. Oh my god, it's the same as season 1. I can't do it anymore.
No, I don't like Arrow.
I really want to watch the 100, but I know the major spoiler that happens, and I've been trying to watch it, but like, because you know,
it's boring.
It's for the culture, but
no,
like
I watched it. There's on YouTube. I watched an hour and a half. Clexa. It literally just shows everything that is important into how they meet and what happens and Fallout, and then it's done, and then you don't have to watch anything. It's like a movie. It's like a Clexa. It's like I
might just watch
Clexa
that then.
I swear to God, I did. Bobby, we're not haters.
The 100 is awesome. I can't get into it, bro. I mean, I can. Like, I'll watch it. I'm like, yeah, I'm following along. But, like,
I hate Clark.
Okay, serious question. I already know my answer to this. Probably y'all already do. Breaking Bad. But if you could, like, wipe your memory and rewatch a show, would your show be The Office or would it be something else?
Actually, okay, you go.
Well, I like Breaking Bad for the fact that like I watched the first like 2 to 3 seasons on Netflix and then like caught up with it. So then like I don't know, man, I just won't forget like watching the finale live and like how I just think that's one of the shows that like from beginning to end it ends almost perfect. It goes perfectly. Like it's just an amazing show and really well written.
Yeah. I wouldn't do The Office actually because I feel like every time you watch The Office, you pick up new little things that you didn't catch before.
True.
Like I am still catching little things.
Did I tell you? Maybe I did. Like I just did a rewatch of The Office. So like a month ago, I was like falling asleep, but I was listening, and Michael said something that like I feel like I've never heard him say that in my life. Or like maybe it was the way he said it. Like I heard it in a different way, and I actually like busted out laughing, like half asleep. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, sometimes they'll say things that's funny normally, but then when you think of like the deeper meaning of what it could have been, you're like, "Oh my god, that's even better." Yeah. Like what I just realized there's like so there's the episode where they're trying to get Michael to use PowerPoints and they're giving everybody Blackberries, and then like Creed gets him all hyped up because thinking that it's like ageism and stuff. It's all like they're kicking us old guys out, you know. So like Creed comes back and his hair's dyed black.
Yeah, he's like punk Creed.
Yeah, but then at the end of the episode, Kevin's like, "Guys, why is there no ink in the printer?" Creed used it to dye his hair.
Oh my god, bro!
Funny as shit.
Such a good show. So that wouldn't be your memory wipe show. What would be your memory wipe show?
Maybe
like a drama.
I'm trying. Yeah, it's got to be a drama. Like it's got to be something like that
where you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like maybe Breaking Bad, maybe Game of Thrones. Honestly, Dexter up until a certain point. Like
dude,
Dexter
was fire. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, like, yeah, it ends so terrible, and the writer's strike really affected that show. But Dexter's like, watch the first 2 seasons. It's some of the best television you're ever gonna watch.
Yeah, honestly, like, the first season, if I could even just pick to rewatch the first season, having no knowledge of what Dexter is, just to get from start to finish, yes.
Exactly.
Would love it. Would love to do that.
This is really dirty, but I even have like the blood slide as like one of my
me too.
coasters.
I have the same thing.
We're twinsies, bro.
I've got the whole set in the little coaster thing. Actually, I love How I Met Your Mother. I actually really enjoy How I Met Your Mother.
I tried watching that. I couldn't get into it.
I know you don't. But I really like How I Met Your Mother. It ends terribly. It does the reverse of The Office. Like, it goes on maybe a little bit longer than it should have, but then The Office ties itself together really perfectly, and then How I Met Your Mother literally shits the bed in the last episode. And I was like, what? So, but yeah, other than that, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty ballsy talking about TV shows on Twitch because people just spoil them all the time.
That's all I do, but pretty much I just talk about movies.
We love movies and TV. Stuff. We love it. You know what else we love? Or like maybe I love more than you. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
New Call of Duty Black Ops 4 getting revealed this week.
Did you get an invite?
I did, but
you're not going.
Clearly still in Texas for now.
I hate you.
I just wanted to cover it from here, you know.
I would have been on that plane so fast.
Dude, you have no idea how much stuff I say no to. But I'm saying yes to Anaheim. I'm paying my own way to Anaheim.
That's fair. I'm proud.
It's just the way I am.
Bro. I know you don't like traveling. I would have been.
I don't, and I've also been to multiple COD reveals. Like, the friendship time is awesome. Getting to play the game is awesome. Yeah. Pretty excited about the game, but I'm not going because I'm not excited about the game. I'm genuinely very excited about the game. I just
we love
didn't want to travel.
No, it's fair. I love
fakest excitement. No, I'm actually super excited because Big Daddy Treyarch. There was some weird rumors going around, like
there was going to be like
a month or two. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how true those rumors were or were not. It seems odd to me that they would be only doing those types of playtests now, almost 3 full years in their development, because that game is coming out in like 5 months, bro. Think about it. Like literally 5 months it's coming out.
Yeah, October.
So that rumor didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But either way, like, I don't know, they're starting their little tease campaign.
Yes.
And every year, this time of year, I just get really excited about Call of Duty.
I'm excited.
Jetpacks or boots on the ground, the chat says. What do you think? What do you want? Do you care if it's either?
I am okay with the futuristic boots on the ground.
Same.
So, like, I wouldn't mind, like, power slides versus dolphin diving and stuff like that. So, like, just, you know. Like,
I like power sliding over dolphin diving.
Yeah, me too. And I'm used to it now, so it's kind of weird every time like I go to do something and I'm suddenly on the ground and I'm like, oh, shit. So I just trust Treyarch for the most part. I feel like they know the community. I feel like they know the community well enough at this point not to immediately jump back into jetpacks. Like, I don't think they would have like come back this far.
Especially like at the time of, you gotta look at the time that they started making this game. Obviously, like kind of during Black Ops 3, but then Infinite Warfare came out, and honestly, I just feel like if Infinite Warfare had come out a year or two before. And maybe definitely not after Black Ops 3, it would have been a lot more.
Or even AW. Honestly, I think that Infinite Warfare was worse than Advanced Warfare 2.
Worse?
Yeah, in my
opinion. Was a better game.
I really liked Advanced Warfare. I don't know what it was. I don't necessarily like. Actually, no, because Infinite Warfare did the same thing. I was going to say I don't really like the fact that like different skins give guns different abilities, but it was the same thing. I personally, I don't know what it is. I really liked Advanced Warfare. Maybe it's because I didn't have to play a lot of it, but for some reason I loved the competitive for AW. It was a great scene.
It had good
and I enjoyed
maps.
playing it. Had good maps.
I think like
had a good feel.
the key, and I said this before World War II came out.
Fuck Gilly.
So here's the thing about Call of Duty. Like, obviously, their little routine every year is not working anymore. Like, people are losing interest faster than they used to. So you can see that they're kind of adjusting to that. Like, they've already almost, like, completely revamped the supply drop system in World War II. They have added a lot more community-themed events. Like, that's one thing that Fortnite just kills it. Like, these limited-time modes, they're, like, every week or two.
Yeah, like, challenges, community stuff. Like,
like, COD has that now, too, a little bit.
Which I enjoy. Yeah, honestly, like, that's one of my favorite things about World War II.
Interested. And that didn't even really feel like it started until, like, Modern Warfare Remastered or maybe IW Black Ops 3 era. So, like, and when they're saying, like, forget everything you know, I don't know if that means gameplay-based, setting-based, or just style-based. Maybe it's because they are rumored to add that BR mode. I don't know what that means.
Which I'd be fine. I'd be fine with the BR mode.
I think that's a perfect teaser, though. Like, forget what you know. I think that's, like, because we do really want to forget what we know about COD right now. Like, it's not killing it like it used to. So I think they do need to change something. But on the flip side of that, in order to, like keep it going the right way, my opinion is that Call of Duty, especially competitive Call of Duty, but let's not even talk about it in competitive lens right now because people get mad when I do that.
Yeah.
I think that Call of Duty needs to have structure. Like, it has to have, like, the multiplayer, the zombies. I think that across the board, the ranked play system needs to be cohesively the same.
Yes, I agree.
If they are going to do this BR mode, you know, the rumor is that Raven's doing it, and it's going to be, like, tacked on, and you're going to have to buy it. It's going to be its own game, but you're going to have to buy the new COD to keep it going, like, up to date.
Yeah, that
to play it, right? That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But, like the paint shop. Like, why was the paint shop perfectly in the Black Ops 3 beta and in Black Ops 3 not available for half the year in IW, not available for half the year by the time everyone lost interest in World War II?
Yeah.
Like,
seriously, why wasn't that just
it's the same shapes. It's, like, the same everything. I don't know if it's because they have to recode it because it's technically the IP of the developer who makes it. I have no idea how that works. So, like, maybe there's just something we don't know. But, like, there's certain parts of the game that should always be there, like the base. But then, like, the base of your game, like, that's the good part of the game. Like, here's where Call of Duty, in my opinion, can succeed or fail. It's good maps and good streaks. So if you do that, you don't have to do the same streaks every year, but, like, make sure they're good. And then on top of that, like, do your crazy weapons, do your crazy stuff, and, like, keep people engaged with new community events that are unique to your game. But also have that base of, like, the competitive playlist or the, you know, like, the section of the game that should just always work, right? Because, like, when you buy a new COD, sometimes, and I think the years where it really suffered was because it was like, well, this is way, like, too weird from the last one. Like, we're so used to this, and we like that part. Why is that gone? You know?
Yeah. No, totally.
Like, a good example, like, from back in the day would be when, maybe I am looking at this in a competitive lens now, but when we went from Black Ops 2 to Ghost doesn't even have hardpoint. Like, how is that appropriate? Like, I get it because Ghost was its own thing, but if you're trying to cohesively have a solid structure to a game, you have to at least structure it so it's the same. So, I don't know. I'm weird because I'm like, you need to keep some things the same, but you need to, like, really spark something new with every year. Like, make it its own flavor.
Agreed. No, it's totally exactly what they need to do. And maps really do make more a difference than, like, people stop and realize, I think. Like, maps, honestly, you can have a lot of bad things about a game, but if the maps are solid, people will still play. But you can have a perfect game with shit maps, and people are going to be like, this doesn't feel right.
You know,
maps suck.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, it's weird, and I think, like it's kind of started with IW and World War II, I guess. Maybe even Ghosts. Yeah, I would say, like, Ghost. Like, I think that Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 had solid launch maps. But, like, IW and World War II, those launch maps were not super solid. There was only, like, 2 or 3 of them that were really good. And then, like, the DLC maps that they released are really good. Like, especially for, like, Call of Duty Ghosts. Those DLC maps were sick. Like, they were unique because you had the little power-up. And then you had, like, just they were laid out better than, like, the stock maps. Because they took, like, the feedback of, like, whoa, these maps are huge. So it's, like, I just don't understand how... I don't know. I trust Treyarch a lot. Going back to, like, Black Ops 4 to kind of put a little bow on it. I think that people were like, wow, you just blindly trust Treyarch. But like, yeah, I do, bro. Have you played Black Ops 3?
Seriously.
Have you played Black Ops 2? Or 1?
Yeah, Black Ops 1, some people might be like, it's a little bit unbalanced, you know, it's a little bit
Yeah.
hard. That's fine. BO2, in my opinion, like not flawless,
The
but it's
best
close.
Call of Duty of all time. If you
best Call of
disagree, I'm sorry, but your opinion is wrong. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Honestly, when I hear this, it always gets tossed up between MW2 and BO2. I think MW2 had a lot of issues, but I understand why people have such a nostalgia love for it.
Yeah.
But I think BO2 is just perfect. BO2.
Yeah, like a balanced, solid map, solid streaks, good for competitive, good for pubs, good for campaign, good for zombies, good for Vandahar.
Snipers, good for snipers, good for casuals, good for pub stompers. Like, it was like literally perfect for everyone.
God, man. And to think like with Black Ops 3, like I feel like they really took some great things that they did in Black Ops 2 and they added a lot to it with Black Ops 3. Like you had the specialists, you had this wall running, so that changes the maps and it changes the gameplay. But like I think, and I'm not gonna be mad if they do advanced movement at all. I thought Black Ops 3 advanced movement was actually really good, and I actually just played Black Ops 3 all goddamn day yesterday, and I had a blast. I did find myself jumping a lot less. I was like so used to being on the ground. But I'm secretly hoping for boots on the ground. I think that I would like that the most.
Yeah, I'm okay with like a slightly futuristic COD as long as everything's ground, because BO2 was slightly futuristic and Ghost is slightly futuristic. So I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be current. It doesn't have to be in the past. It doesn't have to be modern. Just somewhere before I
would prefer it to be I would prefer it to be around this time period. I'm not really looking for like a Vietnam World War II thing. No. I'm looking for modern or slightly into the future. Maybe not as into the future as Black Ops 3. But either way, I'm excited. I know that people are going to get to play it this week. That could have been me, but I'm dumb.
Could have been you. So, yeah, you should have given it to me. I could have been like,
I don't think I could. It was like a non-transferable invite.
No, I would pretend to be you.
Oh, like dye your hair, put on a beanie, some glasses.
Yo!
Have 2 drinks.
Exactly. Yo. I'm stoked.
Amanda. Bro, every time. Every time. I don't know. What do you think about BR, though? Do you think it's I think we're going to see a lot of, especially AAA titles, come out with little BR tacked on things.
I like them. I like Battle Royales. I'm going to be honest. And like, I'm cool. I think that all BRs would benefit from maybe having a quick like team deathmatch style game mode so that people could. I feel like Fortnite's not as much of an issue, but the stuff like H1Z1 and PUBG, where they were always constantly changing how the bullet damage did what happened, I think it would have been really beneficial for them to have some game mode you could just hop in and not have to reload into a map every time you die, just so you could learn how to shoot people.
I believe they did do that with H1Z1. It's like a practice, but it was kind of late.
Yeah, nobody ever really went into it, and it was like...
I will, like, if I get on, I'll go into it for, like, 5 or 10 minutes, but then I'm like, all right, I'll just go play. I want my cop car. I want to
exactly. But
did you see, so I think, side note, this H1Z1's coming to PS4 for free.
Yeah, I saw that.
Are you going to play that?
I might give it a go, yeah.
I'm giving it a go with my map knowledge and understanding of the game. I'm going to murk those kids on PS4 with my scuff, dude. Oh, it's over for you, little Jimmy. Please come home after school and get your free H1Z1. I can't wait.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm fine with COD doing a BR. I'm fine with AAA titles because I think it's a good way.
There's a big rumor that Red Dead, like, do you remember, was it the last Red Dead? They tried to add, like, a MP thing, like it was that time period where every like single player game was like adding a little MP thing that was like not really
like
that
even
fun.
Uncharted
like
did it too.
Uncharted, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah,
so
they were
like,
even doing competitive Uncharted.
Now
if you made it a BR,
it's gonna be BR, bitch. Like,
which that's what I mean. That's the easiest way to add in a competitive style mode into a game that is like natively not competitive in any way, shape, or form.
That's what Fortnite is. The Fortnite was its own game that you had to pay for.
Exactly.
Before this point, and so is H1Z1. So is like DayZ or whatever. Not everything needs a BR, says the chat. I agree with that too. But it also is smart for these developers to do it. Like, there's a rumor that the new Red Dead's going to have it. There's a rumor that Halo's doing something. There's a rumor that, like, someone was like, they were like, I heard Battlefield's doing it too. Or I don't know if they're saying that or they're wishing that, but
it
wouldn't surprise
honestly,
me.
I would be fine with something like Uncharted adding a BR mode as their like competitive style gameplay. Like it's whatever. Just people that are going to complain about BR styles being added to a bunch of games aren't realizing that natively a lot of these games have always been the same. So you've got teams, you load into a map, you're trying to kill people, or you're trying to like take a hard point, you're trying to do this. Those are just different game modes, and a BR is just a game mode technically if you think about it. So they're just it's like adding a new game mode.
It's basically like FFA with S&D.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I always thought would be sick.
And
why didn't I think of that and become a game developer and make a BR? Honestly, though, I think, too, like, I think this is one thing that Fortnite has a huge advantage in is, like, they got to watch H1Z1 when it came out. You remember the hype? Like, it was, the shit. It was, like, H1Z1 in its prime, I think is my favorite. Yeah. One of my favorite recent gaming memories.
Yeah, could put away, like, 12 hours easy.
Easy. I wouldn't even notice. I wouldn't even notice that I just played for 12 hours and I only got to top 3 twice and I was sweating profusely by the end of it. And I'm like, God, why can't I be that good with the shotgun?
Exactly.
Why?
And then, like, even when it was defective, that made it fun. It made it good to stream. You never knew what was going to happen.
This is good moments.
You spawn into a map and then you're flying somewhere, and it's like, it's just fun for streaming. It's terrible for competitive, but great for streaming. And then they had to keep trying to fix it. And then that made it more broken.
They fucked
and then
up.
they just
But also,
developing.
I think that like, ooh, they fucked up part was like people, like the people at Daybreak were watching like that. They were watching PUBG. They're like, all right, bet. Well, let us take our own spin on it. They have this already like building thing in their game. So they're like, F that, put that in. Oh, this weird weapon, put that in. Oh, let's make this crazy, put that in. So you have that, like, it's kind of competitive in the sense that, you're trying to be the last one or the last team. But then you have like extra funny stuff that makes really funny moments that like makes it viral. Like you can tweet a clip of some crazy shit that happened and your friend, and then even like more people. Like I've seen like clips from people you've never heard of blow up. That doesn't happen with a lot of games.
No, I got like friends that don't play video games just talking about Fortnite. Literally, I'll run into people being like, have you heard of that Fortnite game? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, just like all over my Facebook, people be like, oh, hubby got me V-Bucks. And I'm like, what?
You're like
literally.
Judith, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
How do you know what that is?
Take care of your children. Like,
get them V-Bucks too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, it's crazy.
It's crazy. You know? We've talked about the Fortnite hype train a lot, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But I feel like they had an advantage. And so now you have all these other like big companies like Activision makes Call of Duty every year. You have fucking Rockstar, Red Dead. Like, these are huge studios that can say, okay, here's all of your ideas. Watch this. So that's why I'm excited for it. A lot of people might be sick of BR already. I'm not. I'm excited for the innovation. I think that competition breeds innovation and success for the consumer. And and I think the fact that it's free to play and cross-platform really like hits a lot of other games hard.
It's literally like the League of Legends model. It's like, that's why League got so big, because it was free, but then they had all this stuff added in where they could just make a bunch of effing money. But then still seem as usual. I'm glad I didn't hop on the Fortnite hype. That's like a personal... I honestly didn't even like Fortnite at first because I was just really hoping that H1 was going to get better because I loved it so much. And then because I wasn't really huge on the building, and I don't like the cartoon. I didn't like the cartoony look. I wasn't really a fan of it.
Like, I could see why, because it is very pleasing to look at. Like, the loot's pleasing. It pleases the eye to, like, it's accessible to kids in that way. Like, H1Z1, you look at it, it's like this gritty... nasty. I like that, but I could see why kids would be more drawn to Fortnite.
Exactly, and parents would be more apt. And it's free. That's the biggest thing. The fact that it was free, you could play it on any system you had, and it worked on every system. It worked on Xbox. It worked on PlayStation right out the gate.
Like, no offense to H1, but they're always tweeting out like, okay, guys, servers are going down for 13 hours on the 14th. It's like, Jesus Christ, how can you... Like, I understand they're trying to fix it, and it's early release game, but like, Fortnite's a early release game too.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that section of it anyway.
Yeah, and it was like flawless out the gate. But that's the difference. You've got like a big studio like Epic Games making something versus like a startup or a smaller company.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure, dude.
Yeah,
it's insane. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Like I said, competition breeds greatness for us. So
I would
I'm
agree.
Hyped.
Yeah,
I mean, it was the same thing you saw in the FPS genre like 10 years ago. Like
exactly.
Halo, okay. Call of Duty's like, hold my beer. Let me do this. And then Battlefield, well, I'm not sure which came first, Battlefield or CoD, but then Battlefield's like, all right, cool, but let me like make that a little more realistic. Yeah, and huge.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I just think all of that, having options is always good for people like us gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know, I think it's really interesting. One thing too I want to note, I just got reminded in the chat, Cliffy B's studio Boss Key, who made the game Lawbreakers. So glad I remembered that game that like I got invited to that, by the way, too.
Oh yeah,
go, yep, to LA. Could go Ashley. And hung out with my friends and played the game. And I was like, oh, I want to go. I'm just weird. A little
bit. You are
like, I don't even want to tell you how many times I've been like, I don't really want to go to that. But yeah, they made the game Lawbreakers.
Radical Heights
didn't take off.
Did not
take up. And I don't know if you guys don't know, but Cliffy B is one of the key producers, creators, designers behind the game Gears of War, which is one of the most wildly successful franchises in the history of games, right? I mean, it's still being played competitively at a high level with a lot of attention around it. People still, it's like a cult following almost for that game, which is awesome. But he's obviously not doing that anymore because that's its own thing. Not sure how that works. Like, I guess whoever owns it is just like, yeah, we got it. Go on, Cliffy. So Cliffy came out with a team. They got a bunch of cool developers together, and they made Lawbreakers, which was kind of seems to me, and I didn't play it, but it looked to me kind of like a spastic movement style FPS game that wasn't really for me. And I think it wasn't really for a lot of people because they did this big event and a lot of YouTubers and streamers played it and it just never really took off.
Yeah, it didn't take off.
And maybe that, I don't know why, because like I said, I didn't play it, but maybe just because of the type of game it was at the time it came out. Like, timing is huge, especially in gaming. So then they were like, all right, hold on. Let's try to dip into this BR thing. Like we were just saying, like a bunch of developers trying to dip into this BR thing.
They are.
And so then they made Radical Heights, which was like an 80s themed, like weird kind of BR. Did you ever play that?
No, I meant to, but I didn't. It was like honestly struck me as a perfect blend of H1 and Fortnite.
That's what I heard.
Because you had like trampolines and crazy shit, but like looked very similar to H1 with like the character models and stuff.
I think my turnoff to it was how it looked. I like 80s themed things. I like BRs. I like crazy stuff. I like H1Z1, which I heard it was kind of like. Yeah. But I was looking at it and I was like, it just looks too basic for me. Like it's wasn't fully polished and all that stuff. And so I didn't personally play it either. And apparently not a lot of other people did it. I mean, it was free, but still like they had skins and stuff. And it was kind of like looked like a cash grab. And it must have been because now their studio closed and it's over.
Really?
Yep. He's taking
that was
time.
Today, right?
Yeah, it was today. Yeah. So he's taking time to like, I mean, and I don't know. I think that like failure is not necessarily a bad thing.
No,
I don't think.
As long as you're not like. I saw a lot of people talking about how he was making business decisions and specifically saying, "I don't understand how this guy keeps getting money to do this shit." And then obviously
he's Cliffy B.
Yeah.
He's talented. He's like, I think
it was Hutch too. I think it was Hutch.
I don't think people realize, well, I don't know his whole life story, but like, especially knowing some developers and knowing how long they've been working, like if you look at like a Michael Condrey or Dave Vonderhaar, like it's not like they just hit the big time and, I was making Call of Duty and then it got big. Like they worked on so many titles and have this like decades worth of experience that all led to that moment, right? So
it's true,
maybe the same thing happened with Cliffy. Like I don't know enough about him, but like maybe the same thing happened with him. Like he had this long history, popped with Gears of War, and so now he's a big hotshot game dev guy, and so it makes sense that companies would give him money.
It's just, you see it happen all over the place.
Makes sense to me, dog. I don't know. I think it's interesting though. I'm wondering what he'll do. He says he's gonna take time with his family and like reflect and kind of rejuice. Which makes sense. I mean, and two, like, you never know. What if he does that and then, like, 2-3 years down the line, like, there's another new thing. Because, like, as much fun as BR is, it can't last nothing lasts forever.
No, it can't last forever. I feel like I was kind of getting, like, I already know people who hate them. People don't like them, but it's just that.
What, BRs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just find Fortnite really fun right now because I think it's like I said, they do enough to keep people entertained and they do enough to keep people back with like the challenges and the events and like the whole Thanos game mode, that's so fun.
I'm a sucker for skins. I still haven't played the Thanos game mode. I played it the other day too. I was just like, I'll just play solos. All the
No, it's
bad
just,
kids
like-
were in solos with me. I was like, sup?
Are you kidding? No, I'm finding more bad kids in the Thanos game mode.
Oh, really?
And like it only drops like blue weapons and above. So
Wait,
it's
really?
just- yeah, because you need that edge because he has so much health that it's like, okay, we're gonna automatically make sure that like nothing's at its base rate unless it's like an explosive. Everything is like bluing up. So like you're running into like blue tacks, blue pumps everywhere as gold scars.
So like everyone's just getting melted constantly.
It's fun. It's great, you know? Like
It's
but it's like
chaos.
but I find you're running into people that are just bad at the game.
Oh, I see what you
So,
mean. Yeah, maybe
yeah,
like,
you're
you're
running
like, oh my
because
god, I heard about
everybody's
this new Thanos mode. Better go check it
Yeah,
out.
'cause,
Whereas
like, all
like the
these little
nerds are
kids.
like, I got to get more solo wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly
Wait,
it,
if you
know?
win with Thanos, does that count as like a solo win?
Yeah, it does. I think there was a glitch
Oh,
for a while
word.
where it wasn't counting, but I'm pretty sure
I heard
'Cause
they
it doesn't
nerfed
say you were-
Thanos twice.
they did. He's actually like really it's really rough to use him right now. You'll notice, especially if somebody gets it early on and then goes somewhere like in Tilted Tower, they'll probably lose Thanos within like 2 seconds because it takes, if you try to jump, it takes like 10
He has
seconds to load your
build
jump.
up.
Yeah, so then people are just shooting at you, and if anybody has a sniper, they literally just need to stand there and like keep sniping your head, and then like you're done, and you die really, really, really quickly in the storm. Like like almost it's like that you start going. So
Damn.
but it's fun.
I don't know. It just didn't spark me. Didn't spark
I
my
enjoy it.
interest.
I was because it's fun because you'll be playing and you kind of hear him and you know he's kind of somewhere near, and then like you're just messing around, you're shooting somebody, and the next thing, man, like breaking the door. Because like it's all scary, like he makes noise. It's kind of
No,
like
yeah, you definitely like. I've seen enough Twitter clips where I'm like, oh, cool, like that looks cool, but I just don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't know, weird.
no, but it's like when you're not him, you're just like trying to shoot somebody, and suddenly he's like,
Oh
"What's up, bitch?"
Come here, Kelly. Bah!
It's like a cross between the Kool-Aid Man and Jason from like the
Oh
fucking
my
first Friday
God.
the 13th, and he's just throwing bodies through windows.
Yeah, that's a perfect
just, like-
description of freaking Thanos, dude.
That's exactly what it's like in the game.
Kool-Aid
It's like-
Man, Jason Voorhees crossover.
Exactly, because that's exactly what he's like. Because he's like slow, but then randomly really quick for no apparent reason. Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's hilarious.
Woo! And then they could just keep rebranding that. So like at Halloween, they could do like a Mike Myers game mode or a Jason mode or a Freddy
dude,
mode or
that would be
something.
sick.
So much fun, you know? Like that'd be great.
Because they really didn't start coming out with the limited game modes until the new a little bit into the new year, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like
Like,
there's
it was
so
just
many different
skins.
options. Yeah.
Bro, their skins are sick too. That paint brush pickaxe.
Yeah,
That's
you
one
down
of the
with that?
sickest things I've seen. The
Dude.
neon girl. I got the neon chick on
Yeah.
right now. So sick. And then like before that, I was the dinosaur. Like it's just such a sick game. It appeals to
It
everyone.
is.
It appeals
It
to
does.
adults. It appeals to kids. It appeals to
Yeah.
hardcore gamers who want to be nerds. It appeals to casual people who want to be Thanos after work.
Yeah,
I
the
just
only
think
thing it
it's-
could
they're killing
probably
it.
benefit from would be like a ranking system or something. Because I know a lot of people are like, I don't see the point in playing when I don't have anything to build towards.
Yeah.
Is how some people feel. Like Nick, for
Like
example.
leveling up
Maniac.
isn't enough.
Yeah, they want something that says
Maybe like a
this is how
competitive
well I'm doing.
playlist.
Yeah, playlist. Like I won't leave the.
2v2.
Yeah, exactly.
That
stuff
could
like
really
That would be a good
propel
idea.
if they are trying to do esports. I think that could really propel esports.
Yes, I'm also of the opinion that the competitive side for Fortnite should only be duos and or solos because
I think it should be solos, but
I
like
agree.
Tour de France style. So like if you have TSM, you got Myth and other people on
you
TSM.
could
No
have-
disrespect, I don't know their names, but like I'm sure there's a team they have. So what if you put those 4 players and you put them in solos? So like they're the same team, but they're competing against each other.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like you could have multiple people representing the same organization. Okay with it, but like I hate squad BR competitive.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's
remember
horrible.
watching that H1Z1
It
thing?
was terrible.
Everyone just hides until the end, and then it's just a
Yeah.
clusterfuck.
It's terrible. Versus you have like the like the Twitch events where it's solos. It's like solo celebrities versus pros, and that's fun as hell. You're just in an event. It's just focusing on different people every now and again, and it's like
Yeah.
super freaking fun. That's fun, and it was the most fun to watch when it was solos. Squads for H1 sucked. Squads for I'm not a fan of PUBG personally. I don't like watching BR squads. It is not entertaining.
It's
and there's
hard
too
for
much
me to get into it.
Too much to focus on.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like a team of 5 versus a team of 5. It's like, or a team of 4 versus a team of 4. It's like 7 teams of 4 versus 7
There's
teams of 4.
3 people versus a team of 2, and then there's a team of 4 that's been hiding in the gas. Or
Yeah.
going with the gas. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like watching BR though. I'm into
too.
it. I know we talked a lot about it this week, BR, but I just think it's interesting. Back to what I did bring up. I think I talked about it a lot, like Call of Duty, but
Yeah.
are you like, if you had to give like a number out of 10, 10 being like, oh my god, I'm so excited I can't even believe it, or like a 1 like, yeah, I don't really care what comes out. Like, where are you at with the new Black Ops 4 reveal? Are you excited to see, or are you
I'm excited.
waiting?
I'm waiting, but I'm also very excited because, like I said, Black Ops 2, favorite Call of Duty. Like, hands down, favorite Call of Duty is Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Black
same.
Ops 3 would have been the game I probably made the most like content with.
Same.
Because that's when I
one of the
started. Well,
same.
that's when I started making videos a lot, was like right around the time Black Ops 3 came out. So that's where I was making a lot of cut comms and stuff. So I used that for like a lot of streams. So I'm very familiar with it. And BO1 is the first Call of Duty I ever played online. So I have a long-standing
Like
love
of Black Ops.
And, yeah, and a familiarity with Treyarch, you know? So I am very excited for what they're going to put out, and I hope it's going to be great, and I hope that people can have fun with it. Like, I still have fun with World War II, so I'm not like super concerned. Like, I still really enjoy playing Call of Duty and streaming it because it's like so easy just to be like playing it, checking with the chat.
Dude, yeah, that's the thing too, is I was like talking to my chat yesterday. I was like, they're like, well, what about Rainbow Six, or what about this, and like Counter-Strike, you should do that. And I'm just like, bro, all of those games require me to ignore you guys.
Yeah.
And have a group of friends that I play with that are good. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's extremely frustrating for me because, like, I think that Call of Duty is all you could be good at Call of Duty by yourself. Yep. And still be able to focus on your chat. And I love free for all. Like, that's why I've loved Call of Duty and free for all for so long, is because like it succeeded it alone. I don't need to make sure my friend is gonna get on. I don't need to do any of that. And so that's part of the reason I really like it.
Yeah, I used to love Counter-Strike, but when I streamed the most Counter-Strike was when I like first started streaming, so I didn't have that many people watching me, so it was still really easy to keep up with the chat.
Yeah.
But now where I'm at, I feel like it would be impossible to play.
Well, your chat's
CS
like really
properly.
active. I noticed, like,
my
all the
chat
time
is
when I come in, your chat is active AF, dude. Like,
Yeah.
my chat's active for like the first hour, and then it really tapers away unless I really make an effort to keep it going.
Mine is like the most active in the first hour, and then it'll probably like pick up again maybe third hour depending on how long I am. Like, it goes in waves. Sometimes it'll completely calm down, but like it's never for long.
Yeah.
But that's just like, I don't know. I think that's because I never shut up, so I feel like I've just fostered that.
You're either talking or singing, always.
It's true. I'm either talking or singing. That is 100% factual
for sure
information. Yeah,
for sure.
I cannot stop myself from singing.
I'm at like a solid 8 or 9, mostly because it's Treyarch. And I'm not attaching expectation to my hype. I'm not like, oh yeah, this next COD's gonna be great, guys. Just watch. Like, I'm just excited to see what's been cooking at Treyarch, because, and I was excited even before World War II came out. No disrespect to them, and especially IW was. I was like, man, I wonder what Treyarch's off doing now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, and I think too, I don't know how many like casual COD fans are aware of like the 3 developer cycle and what happens every year. So I don't know if they even know like that this could. Like, if Treyarch has a lot of pressure on them, because they are, like, at least with the hardcore base that I talk to, like, they're regarded as, like, the top tier COD developer at the moment. It used to be IW, like, it switched.
It was.
There was a moment in time where it flipped.
Oh, I know, yeah, and it was right around the time that, like, Ghosts happened, and that nail really got hammered in with
it was Modern Warfare 3 into Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And it all changed, dog.
Yeah, it did.
So I don't know. I hold them high, and I think it puts a lot of pressure on them. I think maybe they feel the need to maybe do something super extra. Maybe that's why it's like, forget what you know type of thing.
Yeah, forget.
And I don't know if you saw like the image yesterday, the GIF images they were releasing. I couldn't see shit. So I needed my homie Prestige's key. Shout out to Ryan. Man, I could have been hanging out with him this week. I'm dumb.
You're dumb.
He like broke it down, and there's like an image of like a guy like lighting a molly.
Ooh.
And so I mean that could be futuristic, but it also could be current or in the past. It looked kind of like he had like, you know, Firebreak for Black Ops 3. It looked kind of like he had the same like glove or like a like fire suit. I don't know. Maybe I looked too far into it, but it looked like he was a fire guy lighting a Molotov.
Could have been a BO3 prequel.
Could have been a specialist. Yeah. Could have been a guy randomly lighting a molly for his daughter's birthday cake. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
But I don't know. I'm excited. I think, like I said it like 3 times, but I think they have a lot of pressure on them. And I think that this is a lot of like fans, like especially hardcore fans, are like, if it isn't good this year, I'm done with COD. And I've seen that said a lot online. And I, to a degree, agree. Like, World War II wasn't the strongest. I don't think it's a bad game at all.
No, me neither.
I think part of it's the Fortnite train.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen, like, people are playing Fortnite that I know, like, they're from Counter-Strike community playing Fortnite, from Gears of War, from Halo, from like Call of Duty, from every community is playing Fortnite.
From MLB, you know?
Like, like that guy, like, I forgot his name, but he was playing it at the baseball stadium. Like, it's a world takeover game. I haven't seen anything like it or close to it since, like, Modern Warfare 2 time.
Yeah, even then, Modern Warfare 2
then, like,
did not get
like
that
your
big.
mom wasn't interested.
No.
Did you see the tweet where it was like, I think it was some like female actress or celebrity who was like, my son asked me if I can play Fortnite because literally everyone's playing it. And I was like, all right, we'll go to bed. I'll try it and we'll see. And then she's like, 2 hours later, I'm dressed as a raven, dropping tilted with 3 other people I don't know. And I just like think that that's like part of the attraction of the game.
Yeah.
So it's a big new thing.
There's somebody, like, I team with somebody in store whose, like, girlfriend's dad wakes up every morning and plays Fortnite before work.
Aww.
Like, literally, like, they, like, people are not like, it's big.
Damn. It's huge.
Like, it's one of those things that, like, if anybody remotely knows I have any ties to video games, the first thing they ask, they're like, doing anything with Fortnite?
Your face when you said that. You're doing anything with Fortnite?
You're not Fortnite?
Hell yeah, like bro. Where we landed?
Yeah, like I haven't, like, I'd run into one of my friends the other day. He was going to get a tattoo, and, like, sure enough, the first thing he was all like, oh, you heard of Fortnite? And I was like, yes, Trevor, I've heard of Fortnite. You
heard
know,
of
like,
it. It's that gigantic elephant in the gaming room right now. Like, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's hard to not even, I know people hate when we talk about it on the podcast, but, like, hard to not talk about.
Yeah. Something's always happening.
I was going to sneeze, but it didn't happen. Oh, sneeze. Had to happen. Okay.
Had to happen.
Let's see. We're at like an hour already. Cheese and rice. Do we have advice questions? Did you get any good ones?
Nobody sent me any advice
questions. Rip in the chat. Everyone's living their best life, I guess.
Yeah.
Or they think our advice is not worthy of writing up an email. I don't think anyone's going to want to put like, hey, give me advice from the chat. Let's talk E3 and what we're looking forward to. That's a topic from the chat.
I feel like we've had this E3 discussion before.
Yep. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I want Last of Us 2.
Yes. They have to show gameplay from that this time.
Yeah, that's it. That's like all I know that's coming out. I don't really like, because ever since I started streaming, I stopped playing a lot of solo games because I just don't stream them. So I just like...
You should, bro. You need to play Emily is Away.
I will play Emily is Away, but like, you've commented how active you think my chat is. I'm acknowledging someone in the chat, so I don't want to play a story game when I'm trying to pay attention to what somebody's saying while I'm also
Emily is Away is not even a story game though, bro.
No, I will play
like
Emily
literally just choosing things at your own pace.
Emily is Away. Maybe tomorrow.
The chat loves it, bro.
Okay, perhaps
they
tomorrow.
Love it.
They love it.
They love it.
I'll play Emily is Away.
They love it.
Yeah, look, I feel like I've lived Emily is Away, so...
Same. That's why I like playing it. I'm like, oh my god, you remind me of freaking what's her name?
Emily.
No, that wasn't her name. But close enough. Close enough. Yeah, I'm the same way with E3 though. Like, I personally don't really look to E3 for like major trailers. Like yeah, Call of Duty's obviously going to have a big spread, I'm sure, at E3, but I'm not really looking forward to that. I like watching E3 and finding like them weird games. Like, I remember the first time I saw a trailer for Firewatch at E3, and I was like, oh my god, like this game I would have never heard of unless I watched E3. Then it came out and I enjoyed it so much. Like, I'm looking forward to games like that from E3. So I don't know what I'm looking forward to, but I'm looking forward to whatever's coming out, and then I'll judge, you know, based on whatever.
Yeah. Somebody was like, are single player games dying then?
A little bit.
To Detroit. I think Detroit looks really good. I don't necessarily think they're dying. It's just that, like I said, some people just really don't like streaming them. Because when you stream...
Is he asking from an aspect of streaming or asking from an aspect of like people buying and playing them?
I think they were saying from like, because I said I was basically looking forward to The Last of Us, but I don't like playing single player games when I'm streaming. And then he was like, or she, like, are single player games dying then? I don't think they're dying. I just think that because everybody's so into things like Fortnite and like Battle Royale and multiplayer, things like that are really easy just to make continuous amounts of money when people just want to buy skins and buy this and buy that.
Right, like you play a single player game, and unless you really like it, like you're not going to go back and play it again.
Exactly. Sometimes you will, but like there's really no return on investment. There's no additional income for them in a single player game, so I can understand why developers would be pushing towards multiplayers. But I still think that some of the most like beautiful, like God of War just came out, and that is probably one of the most amazing single player game experiences that's come out in ages. And we have The Last of Us coming right around the corner, and then I'm sure Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be great for like the open world.
I am looking forward to Red Dead at E3 because Rockstar hasn't showed that much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think single player games are dying. I think they have like a place, and a lot of people said the same thing. Like I remember when first person shooters were getting really big, like Halo, CoD, Battlefield, when that was really popping, they were like, "Oh, why would you play fucking single player?" You know. And then you saw like GTA like adding multiplayer, and that's how they make their money. Like a good example of it, especially of a recent game that came out, Far Cry 5. Like it's pretty much a story game, but they added skins. That I almost bought a skin for only me, not even to, show off to the fucking multiplayer world. I was like wanting to show off for myself,
Yeah,
like
I know, but I feel like
I don't know. I think they did a pretty good job.
Quickly as it came on. Far Cry died as quickly as it came on. Like there was like 2 days where everyone was playing it, then like 3 days where some people were playing it, and then it was like Fortnite train.
Wait, what happened to the chat?
Cannot talk about that.
What do you mean?
Just continue on.
The game?
We're not talking. He's not talking about Detroit the game. I'll explain later.
I'm lost.
You're lost.
So lost in this.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
Schwig's being a little turd.
I like Detroit.
Schwig
doesn't
know
looks
the
really
fallout
good.
of that story. Schwig doesn't know the fallout of that story, so we're not talking about that. I'll tell you later.
Literally super lost in the sauce. That'll be the stream. That'll be the powered down after the powered down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Red Dead 2 will be super streamed. Yeah, Red Dead 2's everyone and their mom's gonna play Red Dead 2. I think.
Won't.
What? Have you played Red Dead 1?
I cannot play open world games. I did play the first one, and it's too much for me. I know that sounds stupid, but like, I get like, if something doesn't happen the way that it's supposed to, like, I literally got, like, I couldn't make it past something in GTA 4. I couldn't make it past, like, I did, my mind, when I know that because it's open world, if you mess up, it just sends you in a different direction, but my brain's like, no, it's supposed to just reset before that and I have my chance to go do it again. But it's like, no, you lost your chance to do that. Now you're going a different way. And I'm like...
Yeah, especially with older ones. Like, old GTAs were like, oh my god, I have to redo the whole entire sequence before that?
Yeah.
Like, so. I mean, GTA 5 is not like that. Like, you can pretty much pick up pretty close to where you left off. But
yeah,
it is tough. I love open world games. I'm very excited for Red Dead. I loved Red Dead 1. I think that Rockstar... is amazing. Like,
I think they're good at what they do.
They're good because they take their sweet ass time with everything.
Yeah. I just like more of a guided story personally. I did play LA Noire though. I liked LA Noire.
LA Noire was dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
That wasn't necessarily open world. It was very like figure this out on this guided ride.
Yeah, exactly. So I
kind of like guided ride story games too. Like
me too.
Last of Us. Wait, did you ever play Firewatch?
Yeah.
Oh, so good,
yeah,
dude.
So good. That's what I mean. Like Last of Us is very much like... What's her name
in the radio tower?
Oh, man.
That's my girl.
That's your girl.
I can't believe we got no advice this week. I think we're like... We helped everybody.
I can check Reddit. Maybe there's some good Reddit advice.
Good Reddit advice that people might relate to.
Yeah, because sometimes it's either just wild or sometimes it's super...
Shit, I should have wrote in, but anonymously. You would have known it was me, though. God damn it!
I would have. I always do.
Dude.
I caught my boyfriend sending intimate photos of me to his friends. We got into a fight after.
Ooh, you broken up with. He pushed her physically?
He pushed her.
Wow, that's a big dump for me, dog.
Yeah. Do you want me to read it?
Yes. I mean, that's really frustrating to hear, but yes.
Yes. I have been with my boyfriend for 6 years. We've never had any problems in the past. He is kind and caring and protective and always makes me laugh. We do fight somewhat regularly, so you're already contradicting what you just said, lady.
But I
don't think it's any more than any other couple I know. We had friends over for drinks this Saturday. I dropped my phone and it stopped working. After everyone left, I asked if I could borrow his phone while he was showering to text a mutual friend, and then I opened the thread. I saw my name. So I scrolled up and saw that my BF has been sending him nude photos of me.
What?
After
Wait,
this,
so were they like pictures that she sent of herself to him, or he took those pictures of her?
I'm guessing she sent him nudes and he just resent. So after I saw this, I went and looked at his other texts, and he's been sending them to several guys. I'm so hurt and violated.
Why? Like, why? What is he like?
Look what I got, bro.
Like, like he gets off on guys being like, "Oh, bro, you're so lucky, bro." Like,
probably there's guys like that. I'm so hurt and violated.
Weird.
I'm a very private person, and I feel like I can never look at any of these guys in the face again.
I would be furious.
I decided I had to confront my boyfriend. So when he got out of the shower, we got into a huge fight. He yelled at me for invading his privacy and said I never told him not to share them.
How ironic. He
He
never told her she couldn't look at his phone for her naked pictures of herself.
There you go. I thought this was ridiculous and told him so, and he pushed me. He's never been violent with me before, and he immediately apologized.
Oh my God. Someone pushes me. I'm kicking in the ovaries.
Done. I told him I accepted his apology, and it was honestly really scary. He's over a foot taller than me and at least 100 pounds heavier. I'm not sure what to do. I love him so much. I don't want to throw away 6 years together. We have plans to get married and have kids, but I'm not sure how to move forward and build trust again. I really don't know what to do. Oh, update. I found a place to stay tonight. My friend is going to pick me up after work and take me back to our place so I can grab my essentials and my cat. We were planning to go back tomorrow to get the rest. I'm heading to the bank to make my own bank account and start the process of becoming an independent from him. Here is, before we even get into that, never make a joint bank account with someone. Even if you are married, make if you want to pay bills, make one account where you guys put money to that the bills automatically get withdrawn from. Do not mutually mix your money together. I don't care how long you've known this person. They weren't even married. That was so stupid because they're not even married. I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care how long.
Ain't nobody touching my money. I don't want to touch her money. Like, obviously we're a couple, but like, we both have, I don't know, we both have our own thing.
Yeah, literally separate your money. Yes, obviously people should be responsible for paying bills, but then if you want to make a separate account that all the money you put in equal amounts of money for bills, totally fine. Do not, you guys are going to think this is a good thing. It's going to be like, this is the next step in our relationship. No.
That's psycho, bro. That's
because if you want to leave.
I consider myself pretty old fashioned, but at the same time, like, what is the benefit of doing that? Like, the whole what's mine is yours thing, like, yeah, it applies, but like when it comes to money though, like
that's what
unless you're like married for like 25 years and you're both just like
my parents don't.
I wouldn't either. Nobody.
That's what I mean.
It's
money.
Not. I don't want to touch her money.
Yeah, my parents don't even do the mutual bank thing. They just be like, my mom covers like the phone bill, the internet, the this and the that. My dad covers car payments or something like that. You know,
me
like
on my Venmo, girl, chill.
Yeah, seriously, like, you think it helps your relationship to have mutual funds? I don't understand. I personally don't understand.
How does that help the relationship in any way?
That shouldn't help the relationship. You should be, unless you're bad with your money that you're like, I need to trust you with my money because I won't take care of it. That's a different situation. But like when it comes to
problem.
Like when it comes to self-preservation, like I said, in this situation, clearly think that he had it in him to be abusive, but she didn't even realize the fact that they fight all the time is an issue in their relationship. So like,
I mean, I think it's kind of normal for couples to fight on occasion, but like,
yeah, on occasion, but
I don't know the whole problem with this advice is obviously like, yeah, she should leave. That's obvious to anybody. But could you imagine being with somebody for that long and finding out that huge secret? Like,
and then you leave and he still has those?
I don't think time in a relationship is enough of a reason to say, okay, well, I'm not going to give up just because I've already put all this time. Like, that's a mistake.
That is the sunken cost fallacy is what that's actually called. Is that people stay in situations that they know aren't right because they feel like they've wasted all this time. And so you feel like you're owed something of that time, but when in reality, it's better just to like stop and move forward because you're just wasting more time.
Yeah, that's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
That's juicy though. I don't know. Him putting his hands on her and getting defensive is really, 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 really gigantic, huge, big flagpole attached to the red flag.
Yeah, how anybody could think it'd be okay to send nudes. That is
crazy. And like, maybe, like, let's say this guy just, like, really gets off on that. At the very least, be like, hey, do you mind if I send Johnny this hot picture of you?
And you know what? She's probably going to be like, yeah, I do mind.
Well, I didn't ask you because I knew you'd say no, so I just did it.
Exactly.
Dumbass. That's so annoying.
Oh, my God. It's so stupid.
Dude, yeah, and then imagine, like, you go out to eat and you see his friends and they're all, like, you know that they've all seen you, like, compromise. That's fucked. That's fucked.
It's so fucked.
Is there any of the other good ones on Reddit? We could do maybe one more.
Let's see. Let's have a gander here.
That's, like, some weird, like, borderline... I hate saying the word, but... starts with a C. Ends with a K.
Oh, yeah, it really is. That's what I was thinking.
Weird,
that's
bro.
literally, I was going to say the word.
I hate saying that word ever. I think it's such a gross word, but, like, that is super weird, bro.
Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, this is a weird one. Me with my girlfriend of 3 years. She used to be a stripper, but stopped. My brother was inappropriate around her, and my parents were siding with him. These are not relatable questions.
That's not funny. That's so funny, though.
Oh, man. We could do that one.
Tell him to knock it off.
Tell him to knock it
She's
out.
not a stripper anymore, bro. Chill.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look. Let's see.
Long story long, relationships are very complex and I will never get in one ever again in my entire life. Hashtag cat lady.
Oh, here's maybe a relatable one.
Okay, let's go.
So, how honest are you in breaking up with someone? So, like, this could help. If you want to break up with someone, sometimes people are like, should I be all the reasons or should I just try to, like, save their feelings? So we're going to go through the question and then we'll offer some different scenario advice.
My preliminary answer is both. You can be both.
Both. Because sometimes somebody is, like, doing something so wrong that you're like, this is the reason why this ended and really work on. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but you need to work on the fact that you send my nudes to people.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that.
Maybe don't do that to your next girlfriend. Maybe apply
Yeah.
this to refining yourself and use this as motivation to not be a shitty guy.
Exactly. So I'm going to read this thing. All right. Met this dude on Tinder end of January, and I've been seeing him ever since. Both very inexperienced from the whole relationship/sex thing. He was my first. At the beginning, it was fine. I wasn't head over heels for him, but I told myself I needed a chance. Gave him a chance. He is smart, passionate, hardworking, and all that good stuff. For the most part, he's a good guy. However, he's not someone I want to be in a relationship with. I don't feel cared for or appreciated. There's a whole bunch of other things that make me feel this way, like the times when he said he would make plans for us, but the plan was for a dinner at an undecided location. How lovely. So basically just not putting effort into dates, I guess. Or the time I said I told him I was having a bad day and he really didn't bother to do much to cheer me up or ask why I was feeling this way. So he just seems kind of like aloof.
Or maybe she's like real high maintenance and he just has literally no idea because he's inexperienced.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway,
like,
either way,
if you don't know how to read a girl, you're not going to know. Like, she just sees these things as obviously wrong, but he might just be like, wait, what?
Oh, I'm giving her the option to contribute. Maybe I'll tell her that we can go this night, and she'll be like, I want to go to this restaurant. And then he'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so oftentimes I really do feel like we're more just friends with benefits, except we're not great friends either. So just benefits, really. Not a relationship I want to have. I told him this last time I saw him. He didn't really get it either. He was like, yeah, okay. I guess we can talk on the phone once a week.
Maybe,
anyways,
maybe he's just really not like sensitive to her emotions.
Yeah.
And needs things explained to him.
So it's just how much of a reason do I owe him? He is surface level, very nice, but I just expect more from a partner. I feel like there's a lot that's going on here, and I think she's got some issues too. But I think, honestly, if it's just
how have you not
question,
communicated this until you're breaking up is my question.
Yeah.
You should communicate this immediately instead of waiting for, like, now how do I break up with him? I mean, obviously, if she wants to break up with him, she should just say, listen, this was great, but we're clearly two different people, and we just don't mesh the same way that I would want to. It's not hard feelings. I mean, you don't have to be like an asshole and be like, well, you don't do this, and you don't do this, and you don't do this, and I'm leaving. Like,
seriously, you just have to say, like, I just don't think we're working out that way. Like, sometimes, I feel like you have to be kind of specific, sort of. I feel like the longer you've been with somebody, the more reasons you might owe them for a breakup.
Oh, for sure.
But sometimes you're just sparing their feelings. Like, there's no reason to, like, go really mean into somebody, and like especially in a situation like this where it's like it's pretty casual. Like there's no reason to try to ruin this guy emotionally.
Just be like, listen, we're clearly like, if she did say she wanted to like talk to him more, and he's like, well, we'll talk on the phone. Like he's just maybe not wanting to dedicate as much time and energy and effort and emotion as she is, and so that's fine. But she has to just be like, we just want different things, and that's sad, but it is how it is. We gotta.
That's what I mean.
They'll both be better off for it. It sounds like.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm a fan of just like being honest.
Yeah. No,
like,
I agree.
If there's something wrong, I want to know. First of all, if there's something wrong with her, I want to know. If there's something wrong with me, I want to tell her. Like, maybe I'm fucking weird. I don't know.
No,
don't ask me. I'm single in the wrong side of my 20s. Okay, don't ask me. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you're fine. Actually,
no idea. Clueless.
You only messaged me in the middle of the night once. You're doing much better,
bro. Yes. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, Jedi's my homie, and I trust her a lot.
Yeah.
And if I'm ever faced with an issue of sorts, or just need to maybe vent a little bit to somebody, I know that she is asleep at the times that I'm having these thoughts.
Yeah.
So I write, not like a letter, but I write her many messages where I just vent and let it out. And I'm like, yo, Jedi, guess what? This is what happened.
Yeah. And then I wake up at like 5 a.m. and read it. And then go to work and kind of forget about it, and then answer it.
Yeah,
like,
she'll
3
like
hours later.
Look at it, and then she'll be like, "All right, well, cool, dude.
I need to address this more,
dude." Yeah, it's hilarious.
I've never had a serious relationship, and I'm 21. That's
I don't
okay,
think
man.
there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I had 2 serious of relationships at too young of an age.
Nailed that.
I had a very serious relationship. Well, to me at the time, it felt very serious when I was 16.
Yes. It was the strongest 4 months of my life.
Same, dude. My first girlfriend, we dated for 3 months. You could have swore we were together for a decade. Could have, like 3 months in high school time, you might as well be like celebrating your 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, and then it's done, and you're like, I'll never love
Yes, exactly. I was like, oh, I'm crushed forever. That's why, like, I tried so hard to get her back too.
Yeah,
because I was like, there will never be another person that I feel like this for.
Yes.
And then I met the next person, and I was like, oh my God, I was wrong.
I was wrong. Yeah. So mine took a few years. Mine took until I like graduated to be like, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Experiences are wild, man, especially when you're young. It's hard. It's hard to like navigate that at that age. And I think like personally, I wish I would have waited. Well, I don't know. I guess I don't regret how anything went down because I feel like I learned a lot.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing. No regrets at all.
No regrets.
Ever. Bitch. Even you, first girl.
Even actually, no, there was like one person I dated got like break up. Maybe that might not have been a good idea.
Really, what? Your thing broke up? Your mic is always breaking up once in a while. I don't know why it does
Discord.
it.
I think
it is too. It never used to happen on Skype. But Skype doesn't work anymore for this. So.
Yeah. They threatened to throw themselves under a snowplow when I broke up with them.
Dude,
and I said,
those people need more than you can offer them.
Exactly, and that's what I said. I said that is you. I said you are not going to do that. I will, and I literally said like, if you really feel like this is like going to be a thing, like I'm going to call somebody for you on your behalf. And like, they chilled. They chilled. Oh yeah, that's another thing, guys. If you have somebody who like threatens suicide a lot, and that should try to keep you in a relationship, you need to like literally just call the cops. I'm not even joking. Call like a non-emergency,
like their parents, maybe.
Call the parents or the non-emergency police line and be like, "Look, I'm dating someone progressively," and this could imply when you're in your 20s too, when they're not living with their parents, so like they're just alone or with roommates or something. Like literally, call the cop, call a non-emergency police line and say, "This person is threatening their lives when I'm trying to end a relationship with them. I'm worried about them and they're making me feel trapped." Like you should not stay with somebody. The second somebody starts threatening suicide to keep you around, relationship's over.
They're like playing their last card that they know they can try to control you with. Like that's their last ditch. Exactly. Like, oh yeah, well, you want to be the one that has that on your fucking mental?
Exactly. So if you just call the cops,
call the coppers,
and Call the cops, and then they will go have a chat with them, and then that will put them on a list.
That
and they will learn
gets
that
them,
not.
well, even that, they might get taken to somewhere that really makes them go, whoa, I was like maybe bluffing a little bit.
Yeah, I was bluffing. Or maybe they weren't, like, sometimes they're not. Sometimes
maybe
they're
they
actually
genuinely
that crazy.
need help.
Yeah, and then they get help. So it's literally the best thing you should do. I do want to
you
take
can't help them.
You can't.
You can't. Even if you think, oh, well, I'll make it better. You can't.
No,
not when they're that far down.
Yeah, you can't, and it's like it's too much, and you can't put yourself in that position. You can't be the one to help them. So like literally call their bullshit, call somebody to go do a wellness check on them. That's like a thing, and they'll do it. That's their job. That's what they're paid. That's literally part of what they're paid for. So call the cops, call 911, just call an ambulance. Be like, I have reason to believe that this person might have injured themselves, you know, or might be planning to injure themselves. You can do that shit. You can call the roommate too, like if you know they have a roommate or something. Like
call
like
someone close to them that you trust, like their parent,
be like,
or roommate, or sibling, or somebody.
Yeah, you need to deal with this because I can't deal with this anymore. You know, it's a good thing to do. Also, we should thank Thomas, not the Tank Engine, for the 25-month resub.
I'm gonna do all the resubs and all that at the end.
Okay, that was just a really big one. So
no, it is huge. Yeah, that is huge. I'm sorry. I said at the beginning I will give thanks to all the people. I think it's only been like a few, but I'll give thanks at the end. Cause no, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make it easier for people listening.
So yeah, look, Thomas, not the Tank Engine, just confirmed in the chat that cops will do that. Like that's part of their job. Yeah. Obviously, you do hear horror stories about how people get called for like checks and like the cops do something crazy. But like as long as you just say they're not, I don't think they're a threat to anyone else. They might not even be a threat to themselves, but you should check on them. And then like, you know, just make sure you be like, they don't have a gun, they don't have anything. So like it's just a wellness check. It's just doing a wellness check on them. So yeah.
I think that is like a really big red flag when somebody does that. And I'm not like, I went through it when I was a teenager. Like, I don't think I ever said anything to that effect, but I definitely I basically acted in one time in a breakup, and I look back on this like with so much cringe, and I even hate that word. But I just remember telling her, like, I don't know how to live without you. Not in a sense of, like, I will kill myself. But I was like, I literally can't. Like, I allowed myself to get so based around this person. Not obsessed, but, like, I based decisions I made around her. We were pretty much living together. Like, I based so much around this person. So that when she left, I just didn't know who I was. I was like, who the fuck am I now? I don't know how to do this without you. And like, super common. I was young. And so like, damn, that might be the most like, I don't think it's the most embarrassing thing I've shared on the podcast, but I definitely look back on it like, oh, that's so cringe. I should have did that. But I'm better for it now. I haven't done it since because I understand like you have to build your own self-worth and not put it so much into another person.
Yeah, I've emotionally been in that place. Like my first breakup, I was like, this is like this is like me on the ground crying after getting dumped on like MSN Messenger, like at like
she
midnight.
Dumped you on MSN? That's almost worse than what happened to me.
I'd rather that than in person.
No, trust me. I got Han Solo'd.
You got Han Solo'd.
She said, I know, after I said I love you. After something I can't say.
Oh, no, yeah, you told me the story. Yo, you did. I remember that.
Got Han Solo.
I was the one who said you got Han Solo.
And then she broke up with me.
I remember, yeah, you told me, and I was like, yo, you got Han Solo.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, no. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, that's
time to be alive.
Yeah, no.
I would have rather she broke up with me on MSN Messenger.
Yeah. No, I just remember.
And then I had to drive her home. I was so nice, yo. I was so nice.
That's when you needed to pull a Regina George. What, bitches? Yeah. Oh, man.
Relationships are hard.
They are hard.
Them shits are cray, especially when you're young.
Especially when you're young, yeah. Because like I hate being that person. Because honestly, I'm currently in situations where old dudes are like condescending to me based on my age. So I'm not trying to condescend to people that are younger. I know full well when you're younger, hormones are more intense, relationships feel more intense, and we're just telling you that like it gets better and things chill out.
They do. or you get used to the bullshit. Because I used to think the same. I would hear what people were saying. I would hear like, oh yeah, it gets better. Oh, it's just because you're young. And I'm like, whatever. They don't understand what I feel.
No, this is the Notebook.
I do, because I've been there, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Not that long ago.
Not that long ago. I'm only 23 after all.
Exactly,
so
only 23.
Nobody likes you when you're 23, and you've been 23 for like 6 years, and just nobody say anything. Okay.
Shh, everybody move on in the chat. Everybody move on in the chat.
Move on. Dude, they haven't said anything since I said I got Han Soloed, so they're like,
it's
damn.
Fine. Yeah, like, and I'll be nice to people because I totally understand. Like, I'm like personal training somebody who's and I'm like, sure you will.
Wait, you're personal training someone who said what?
Personal training somebody who's in high school. You might get engaged, and I'm like, sure you will.
Oh my god. Girl.
Yeah, so like, and I get it. Like, people there, like, and then you all of these different like TV shows and movies, things just like pummeling like true love and like this and that down your throat, like constantly. And so I get it. Like, you're like, man, this is totally accurate because it's on TV. It's like, no, it's on TV because people know that it speaks to your emotions, and that's why it's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Sad songs on the radio, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever listen to Beer Bongs and Bentley and Stoney in one sitting and just sob? Me neither. Nah, me neither. No. For sure, dude. For sure. Talk about school stories.
Might have to say that for another podcast.
We could. We're getting long. We're getting real long.
I gotta like think about things for school stories.
Yeah, I mean, I have stories that I don't know. I feel like people always tell me like, "Yo, do more high school stories." It's like, bro, I've already told all of them, so I can't manufacture a fake one. So
you're not that kind of person. People do that though.
They do. They're like, oh my god, guys, I almost got stabbed. I saw a guy. I was at Walgreens and he had a knife in his hand. I almost got stabbed. Oh shit, that was my ugly laugh. Okay, I think we should wrap up the podcast. So at least the YouTube version of it. Maybe we'll talk to the chat a little bit more after this. Damn, she flexing.
Because somebody was like, Amanda looks jacked. Not gonna lie, and I'm like, yeah.
Bro, you are pretty jacked. I'm not gonna lie.
I literally worked out 3 times. But this is what I look like after working out consistently, not even consistently, 3 times.
Looks could be
Friday,
deceiving.
Saturday, and today.
I bet you couldn't punch me out.
Oh, bet I could.
Bet you could. See me at TwitchCon in the Octagon.
Yo, I'm like shadow boxing with 20-pound weights. So like when I get that weight on my hand, that's just flying.
I hit the speed bag so hard and I taped a picture of you to it. So get fucked, Amanda the Jedi.
So you just hugged it, basically.
Yeah, because I love you, bro.
Exactly.
All right. Good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want us to do more live episodes, make sure to let us know. Leave a like. If you want to listen to the podcast, you can listen on iTunes and SoundCloud or my YouTube. All of the links to those things will be down in the description of the YouTube video that you're maybe seeing this on. Yeah. So, yeah. Have a great life. Thanks for listening. Good talk. See you out there. Subscribe to us. All of our links are in the thing. Have a nice life.